I don't look like I'm going to fall off my perch.
No, you don't. If you fall, I'll catch you. It's all good.
Welcome to This Week in Coworking, where industry leaders get succinct, actionable insights.
Good to see you.
It's lovely to see you too.
Welcome back to America. Is not your first time here.
No, it's not. No.
Okay, welcome back to America, and welcome back onto the This Week in Coworking podcast.
Thank you for having me. I am having the best time. We're at the Global Workspace Association Conference, and it's the best.
It is, and it's been amazing having you here, but it's also amazing because you're like 35 minutes away from jet lag hitting in.
I am. I think it actually already hit.
Oh no! So we got you at the perfect time now in that sweet spot where I can ask you all your secrets.
Yeah.
So you've been in the news a whole bunch. Like
Thank
if you listen to the podcast, if anyone listens to the podcast, they know we are big cheerleaders. We are big fans of the innovation you're doing, the shifts for success and results that you keep sharing. It is a canary for the industry to have that example. But you're also doing some really fun things that are outside of the traditional flex revenue model.
Can I just jump in there?
Go for it.
I just want to say, you are doing a fabulous job at bringing the industry together. And for us as a flex space that sits in Australia and being able to have a voice and an appearance in an international market is awesome. And I'm sure other operators feel the same. So thank you to you as well for your support of Whatso and what we're doing. So thanks.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you for being part of the community.
Yeah, it's good.
It's great to have you. So as we're saying, outside of the square footage, outside of the desks,
Yep.
you have had some great success so far with BubbaDesk.
Yeah.
Partnership with Lauren.
Yeah.
Tell me more about how that originated and where it's going.
So that came about because I had a baby, and I returned to work sort of immediately. My husband and I were working in the hospital, laptops out, and then really seeking a solution that allowed me to return to the office whilst also being able to breastfeed. One of our directors actually introduced the concept and said, hey, have you seen this? And I think initially it was, there's always a fear that you're going to take someone else's idea. But I think instead there are so many different solutions out there, so many different services that you can offer your community. We're not best in class in offering co-working creche facilities. That is Lauren's, she knows what she's doing there. She's nailed it. She's created such a fabulous brand in BubbaDesk, and she's giving, a service that is needed. It allows, so just to give everyone an idea of what BubbaDesk is, and I know you featured Lauren, but the idea is that it's a co-working creche where you can have your child at the office while you're there working. You can go down and breastfeed, you can go down and see them during the day, and it really allows parents to return to work at an earlier point than they otherwise would have thought that they could. For us, it's an additional service or an amenity to our already existing member base, because at the end of the day, we're looking for ways that we can increase retention of our members, increase retention of our team members as well, like our staff. Of
course.
It's also important for that. So Lauren's offering that service for our membership base, but she's also introducing our brand to other people that might not have been exposed to it before. We love the partnership. I actively use it for my little girl Harley, and yeah, it's been really good.
That's great. I mean, that's going to be the question I was going to ask next. Why partner when technically you could do this by yourself? As a landlord, that's a lot of fear that co-working space operators have. Do I partner with a landlord? Do I do a management agreement when they could do co-working on their own? So as a landlord, why did you not do this?
Because we are not we don't specialize in creche. I don't want to run a creche facility. I know how to run a co-working business. And even that, we're still learning different things that we can do, right? We still haven't mastered that art. So I think, to be able to partner with Lauren to provide that service that she knows how to provide is the best of both worlds. Yep. She also becomes a member of our community, and from a financial perspective, we're getting rent off her business to be a part of our community.
That's awesome.
So it works for us.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there must be a lot of other co-working adjacent revenue sources that you're looking at. What else is on your radar?
I mean, we dabbled in health space, and we've got now 5 health spaces across our portfolio. So they're not targeted at GPs, they're targeted at allied health professionals.
Okay.
We partnered with a guy called Dr. Anthony Bloomfield, who runs a flexible health space business called WellShare.
Okay.
So again, the idea there was we aren't the experts in health space. We don't know really what we were meant to do there. So we partnered with him. He showed us what we needed to do, and we've opened a number of locations with him. It's allowed us to target probably a niche market that we otherwise wouldn't have had access to. So we've got a lot of, I guess, psychologists, physiotherapists, all that sort of stuff is using our space. There is a lot of Botox, and there's a lot of Botox, which I suppose is, I don't know whether you look at that as allied health. It makes people feel better. So I think it's been a great avenue for us to pursue different industry types. But then more recently, we are exploring and have almost finished our first cook space, which I believe is done quite a bit over here in the States and in the UAE. There is these flexible kitchens, right? So we've got a 300 square meter space. So what's that? 3,000 square foot space? 3,000 square foot space. And it has 11 kitchens in it.
Wow.
All of those kitchens will be leased out to different businesses, and they will be used for, let's say, someone who's preparing for local markets, or they could be a testing kitchen, so wanting to see whether a particular food type's going to work, or they might be testing a local market for their restaurant to open up in. So lots of different use case.
Interesting.
And they don't have to have the added cost of having the whole front of house that comes with often opening a restaurant. They can just have the back of house kitchen piece. Everything's provided for them. So we've set the whole kitchen up, and they just pay a monthly rent. You can also book that kitchen by the hour.
Interesting.
So in the morning, it could be used by someone preparing for markets, and in the afternoon, it could be used by a restaurant preparing for Uber Eats delivery runs.
Interesting. And who's responsible for the cleaning and cleanliness and rating?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So in Australia, this was the hardest path. And the hardest part was the town planning piece, right? There was no precedent that we could follow. The BCA that we have that sort of dictates how you do things from a building perspective, it didn't tell us how to build one of these. There was town planning sort of precedent. So we had to work with a lot of certifiers to get this approved. But then we will be taking control of the cleaning. The hardest part will be, we're going to have to look at allergens. How does that work? Do we just actively promote that this site could have allergens? So all of these operational things, we haven't even scratched the surface of, and we're going to be learning as we go. But cleaning, we have decided that we will be taking on the role of cleaning the spaces.
That's really interesting. And so when the 3,000 square foot location, when is that going to be opening?
So we're hoping to open it in the next 2 months.
Okay.
When we initially launched it, we were inundated with inquiry. So we've only got 10 kitchens. We had over 90 inquiries come through for this space. I think, it'll be interesting to see now that we're starting to retarget those inquiries where it lands. From a fit out perspective, so I've spoken before about the cost of our fit outs. Our fit outs are normally somewhere between $800 and $1,000 a square metre, so $80 to $100 per square foot. I think that's right. This cost us $4,000 a square metre.
Makes sense.
It was possibly one of those expensive fit outs. But I think for us, the charging power is obviously greater. We'll be able to charge a lot more for this space. I'm interested to see how people engage with it. And it might be a product that we roll out more of.
Interesting. So when you did that initial rollout, did you ask people what they were willing to pay? And kind of did that balance out with how long till break even? Yeah,
so obviously people are happy to pay a higher rate for a short-term space, as we all know. They're also happy to pay a higher rate when everything's already done for them. So the whole kitchen is in place. All they've got to do is bring in their food and let's say their pots and pans that they might be using on all of the equipment. It was more around, I think for us, how are we going to freaking run it? And I think coming back to the point around we know how to do co-working. Do we know how to run a flexible kitchen space? Not so much. So we actually partnered again with some chefs who do know how to run a kitchen and they know how to run a restaurant, and they talked to us about what we needed to have inside these kitchens, what demand they needed to meet, including having a kitchen that is also a filming kitchen. So people can come and do their, when they're taking photos of whatever they might have prepared, or they might film the preparation of something. So
content creators.
Content creators. So we've really tried to partner along the way with people that are experts in each of these fields.
Got it. And are you a good cook, chef?
No, hopeless.
Oh, I was going to say we're going to see a cooking show.
No.
Cooking with Jessie.
I mean, my husband would probably like to see me on there, but I am not a good cook. No, I wish. I don't have time for cooking.
I get you, and I mean I can make toast. So
Yeah,
I get
that's
it.
me. That's me.
Maybe a fried egg. Maybe no guarantees. That's fascinating. So great, you brought in experts as you always do. You've got the setup. Is it accessible from the street? Or
So the whole idea is to be able to have the Uber Eats drivers turn up. We are looking at a locker-based system, but at the moment, like, you know, where they can put the food in the locker
like
and then
automata or
correct.
whatever it's called.
Yeah, we haven't gone there yet because we're just not sure how it's going to be used. I mean, we had a large fast food operator come to us wanting to open and take a number of the kitchens. So that really wouldn't be conducive to the Uber Eats. So if someone comes in and takes with 7 kitchens, what's the point in having spent the capital on the locker system? So at this stage, it's really let's wait and see what happens. We're playing it a bit by ear.
Got it.
As we did when we first started co-working. We learnt as we went. And yeah, I think that's what we're doing.
Well, I look forward because you're always very good at sharing your numbers and sharing your
Yes, we
lessons.
will.
So as soon as you do that, we will then share it as well on the newsletter
That'd be awesome.
and dig into that. And I know that there are ex-co-working people who are doing ghost kitchens in New York.
So this is it.
So it makes absolute sense. It's a logical, similar step.
Yeah.
Are there any other co-working for X industries that you're looking for, whether it's warehousing?
Yeah, storage space.
Storage.
I think storage, I admire the Click Collective in Australia and also Work It Spaces in New South Wales. Both are doing really cool things with warehousing, storage, co-working. Again, we aren't the experts in that, but we are seeing demand for storage alongside a number of our co-working users, our members. So we are exploring how we can create storage parts to our offering. It won't be a major revenue source for us, but it's something that we are playing with. But really, what couldn't be offered flexibly when you open the lid? There's so many different things, right? So yeah, we're keeping our eyes and ears out for what else can be added, but at the moment it's really how can we bolster services onto the existing product to give members more service.
Are you guys doing any concierge level service yet?
That's good. No, I think there are some groups that are doing that really well. Hub Australia, really admire Creative Cubes. Again, they're offering some great hospitality. We haven't nailed that yet. We generally will lease out space to a cafe to run sort of
F&B.
the F&B part. I think that's probably what we will continue to do in the foreseeable future. I think, again, the cafe operator is skilled at offering the F&B. We're skilled at offering the co-working. We just need the F&B to be a part of our community. So at this stage, no.
Got it. I mean, we've seen it work tremendously well. It's 2 separate businesses, but the systems are integrated in the background. That way, your membership is how you pay for things. And that's a really fun way to tie them into that.
Together.
Because you don't have to swipe every time. You don't have to hear the tipping culture is a whole other question. We're not going to get into that again. But yeah, it's just a really interesting thought process where it is separate businesses, just like with the creches. You don't want to have that liability. You don't want to have that as part of the model or the planning, but it's something that more and more families, communities need.
Yeah, I mean, I think we spoke about last time on the podcast, which I absolutely want to continue to explore, but have not had the time, which is this whole local area engagement. You know, we were talking about local businesses because our spaces are very suburban and regional located in a lot of instances, and engaging with the businesses in and around the area, and how do you create sort of that coupon system where, you know, they can be having a co-working desk but have access to all the local services at a discounted rate and vice versa. There is so much in that. And those local ecosystems. We really need to dive into that
we
more.
do. All right, so listen, when you're not jet lagged anymore. And I am sitting at my desk.
Okay, good.
Let's dig into that, and then we can report back and just look at, I did that for 10 years. And there's big wins. There is huge challenges. Getting all the systems to play nice together. The good thing now is there's essentially monopolies. There's Square and a few other POSs, which means integrations are more possible. But then you also got this whole culture in America where every company has a credit card.
Yes.
And that is where I think the co-working industry is going to go here. I've said it before on the podcast, there will be a co-working credit card by the end of next year.
That is good.
And that is going to be like points on co-working spend
Yeah.
and points on everything around the membership. Like it's a no-brainer. And it's going to start here probably because it's the credit card capital of the world. But I can see that rolling out
Yeah.
into other territories as well.
And that is how you could use it in that local ecosystem for
Because
sure.
then you don't need to do integrations.
No. Cool.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to let you get some rest.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me again.
Thank you for
and
having
we'll
me.
speak to you all soon.
Thanks.